going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Just want to finish out the season with them, with the Bucks. I want everything to be, on point to let the coach know that he's been like the amazing coach I ever played with. But yeah, man, we're going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. This is gonna be the end of the game if we can make it all the way to the playoffs. At the end to win the trophy and everything. So I'm gonna make a short video of a clip. So once they show the trophy out, I'm gonna just record and everything. Hopefully I could get it done by tomorrow. So just trying to do as many videos as I can. I really appreciate y'all coming out here and watching my videos, no matter where y'all at. And I appreciate the audience and the subscribers that I have right now. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Let's get started.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Two teams, only one ring. Welcome to the finals on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith here to tip off the final chapter in this year's NBA story. It's game one of the finals. And the series being hosted in Milwaukee for tonight's game as the Bucks will be going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Checking out the Clippers, playing here in the finals, they're in the midst of a dominant run through the postseason, winning all but 2 games to this point. And here we go, the NBA Finals. 2 contenders, only one will hoist the championship trophy. Kenny, you've been in this position before. What are your nerves like at this point?
You know what? You're a little exhausted, Ernie, from everything that led up to this, but you're also rejuvenated because you just got one matchup left.
And this is everything you work for the whole season. You're on a mission, and the mission is not complete until you get it done.
And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
Pierce has got the game going with his first points of the game for Los Angeles. Harris outside. From 15 feet away, and he barely found and the Clippers have possession. And just about a minute into the first quarter, Griffin takes the ball. Ready for 3. Clippers rebound. Here's Jordan. Swings the whistle. Comes into the net. And 2 shots come up.
because it was well defended.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Paul with the three. Shot is off. So well up. They took it the other way. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Heads up play there, guys. On the assist and defense.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Harris. Got a piece of it. The 10-footer. Plumlee, no luck. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That advances the ball. First quarter ball was 2.5 minutes in. Here's Redick. Here's Griffin. And he finishes nicely on the line.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Bucks trail. Middleton outside. Screen by Monroe. Over in the corner, out of Kumbo. From the baseline. Good. There's a shot ball. On to Kumbo. He's got his first basket of the night. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far. Now we'll go to Doris Stewart. We have a chance to talk with head coach John Wood.
We talked about game 1 and your remember it on the road. He said we're up against the best our conference has to offer. Taking this first game on the road would be a huge victory for us, but more importantly, we have to show them we're going to fight them every step of the way.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Jabari Parker's checked in for Plumlee, and it's Mayo in for Chris Middleton. And the Clippers, making a change here as well. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Butler. Clippers trail by 3. Ball outside. And it's Pierce in the corner. Here's Griffin, and ball on the shot. Will go this one for 2. That goes by Miles Antetokounmpo.
Really left no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from the burden to use the bucket.
The Clippers should have driven first free throw attempt for the game. That one is up. Michael Carter Williams checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Sims is checked in. And he sinks the second. Bucks have gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. Carter Williams kicks to Harris. Here's against Parker. Good on the short interception.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's got to be relentless.
Now here's Griffin. Pierce, inside the 3-point line. Here's Sean Roger. A rebound by Pierce.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Paul. Trying so far to force it, but losing for his first points of the game. Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Chris Paul, 4th.
Well, he's almost unstoppable. He's got so many different ways he can hurt you and put the ball in the basket. And it seems as though he raises his level during the postseason.
On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Guarded by Harris. Cut the lock. Crawford's shot is good.
No hesitation.
hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing.
That one's good.
Another nice bucket down low. They've been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
One's up the play here in the first. The basket Pierce. Stolen down the road. Here's Mayo. The basket goes to Robert Williams.
Bucket there. Solid transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run. You can see right there why he does.
Now here's Paul. Still getting warmed up offensively. Hope gets you up the game for him. Crawford going around him. Cannons a shot with nobody near him.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then a nice little kick out in rhythm for the jump.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Parker against Hansbrook. Parker outside. Shot clock at 6. He gets the whistle. Contact on the way up with 2 shots coming up. The Bucks have made their only other free throw attempt today. An earlier trip to the line. And that one falls for Parker. And Parker drops it over. Clippers trail by 6. Crawford with the ball. There's the 3. Good. Crawford's got 7.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
A high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling up. Bucks lead by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. All these teams battle hard to win their conference. We asked Ruth about the importance of winning his first conference championship.
wrong, so that's got to be motivation.
Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Finals. More action straight ahead. And what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the rim and getting into that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Garcia Gator as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Henneke Crawford, the sharpshooters outside. Tyler Hansbrough out there at work. And it's Paul in at the point. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Cal, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers played really well. He dropped 14 points and clashed his lead a few times in the process. It was just a strong game for him in what was the final game of the series. No bigger moment to come through, guys.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of it.
And you have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
That's good. That's good.
Another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they have. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they get the one.
There's the bucket good. Hansbrough's got his first points in this one.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He put a no trespassing allowed on that spot on the floor. That's all it is.
Harris missing again.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment over his face.
Here's Crawford with the three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Harris dishes the bucket. Fades back. And he gets that one to go off the line. Hunter's got 8.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Paul kicks the Hansbrough. Pass the ball. Launches a 3. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You gotta take away the airspace.
Now here's Honey Football. And he gets it to go. The Bucks lead by 4.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low. Outside shoot.
Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Second is Jabari Parker.
Well, these two guys are consistent producers. And they've had excellent playoff runs so far. The crowds get louder, and on every shot, it's got to be hard to maintain your concentration, but these guys find a way to do it.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Chris Middleton comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Vaughn in for Vasquez. Smith checked in for the Clippers. Griffin comes in for Tyler Hansbrough. Now, here's Redick, looking for his first basket still in this game. Let's look at the energy stats on the hustle game that's been going for Milwaukee.
And it's been about their defense. They play with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've got their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
first one goes. And the Bucks making a change here. Monroe's checked in. Pierce is checked in for the Clippers. And no free throws good for Redick.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Passes in regularly.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. To the middle, ball's not loose. And here we go. Ball's got it. Can't tie it up because that one's no good.
You don't miss any of those, especially if the defender's not in the best of positions here.
Long can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Griffin kicks the Pierce, jacks up a 3, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be no defense in the warm-ups right now. These are just shooting at each other.
1:49 left to play here in the second quarter. Getting set to go for Paul. And at the court from the Bucks on the break. Paul gets the bucket. Now it's a 4 Bucks lead.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse for them.
And that was good. Paul's got 5.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Los Angeles making a change here as well. Henry Sims is checked in for Jason Smith. A minute 20 left to play in the first half. Pass to Middleton. Dishes up to Monroe. Defeats the ball. The kick out to Pierce. Got his second bucket tonight.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And Redick kicks to Sims. He feeds the ball. They send the pick. Redick with the 3. He got it by Craig Monroe. Monroe's got 5 miles now this one. Now here's Bucky Williams. He has again put up 8 points in this one. Parker a screen on Paul. Parker Williams to pass to Parker. Nice open look, but it's no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And the first half comes to a close. We got a close game going on here. Bucks ahead. They're up by 3. And time out of a courtside as we send you to Norris Burke from the side. Norris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Doc Rivers. And so far in this game, do you feel like the team is struggling getting good looks?
I don't mind the shot. It's a big shot for the most part. I would like extra pass to take it once in a while. But overall, our shots are not bad. We got to get
right, guys, let's focus for a few minutes. We've earned the chance to be here, but we've got a job to do. First off, shot selection. We're getting high percentage looks, and it's working very well for us, and I like it that we're being very efficient. I did like the scoring punch we got off the bench. That heated things up for us when we had to have a little something extra. And now listen, let's keep the ball moving in the third quarter. And when we're rotating it around the perimeter, I want you guys always looking for the opening to cut to the post. They'll be there. Don't forget how hard you all work to be here in the finals. Let's get it done.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1.
Good game for Jamal Crawford. He's got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out.
Here's Paul, filling out the wings. It's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Miles falling out there with Greg Monroe. And it's Harrison at the one spot. It's the group for Milwaukee right now. Well, jumper, and outs down the jumper. Harris has made the first points and the third quarter on the board for the Bucks.
Running it right down their throats. 2 straight buckets in transition.
They're paying the price right now. For the lackluster defense. For me, that's an excuse.
Paul with the buckets.
Big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, bro. Just more of the same.
Now here's Middleton. Monroe outside. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Now they're 5 on the shot clock. Monroe with it. Here's defending. Griffin with the steal. Conley against Paul. Griffin dishes to Griffin. Griffin sets the screen for Griffin. Back to Griffin. Down low. Here's Jordan. Boom! Jams it straight down.
Hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight club thing. And those displays of street card can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds which equal to transition points. Make the defense move and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
Kevin Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Crawford. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Jordan. There's the pick. Pass to Pierce. And to the ball out of bounds. Jordan knocks it off. There's a pick at the 2-game leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. Andre Jordan, number 1. And so it's Milwaukee with it. It's a 3-point game. Antetokounmpo gives to Middleton. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Monroe and fouled hard that time. Right over the line to shoot 2. For Milwaukee, they'll get the rest of the free throw line. 3-3. No good on the free throw. second free throw. Clippers trail by 4. And here's Crawford. 10 points for him. Big by Griffin. Crawford against Monroe. Crawford's shot is good.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting extremely well. 62% of the night to this point. Now here's Vasquez, guarded by Crawford. From deep. That is good. Vasquez has got 6 points.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that go.
Goes against Paul. Crawford outside. Takes it off the glass. Crawford's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint with defense nowhere.
I think they really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Butler. There's a time.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammer him down with a two-hand slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Clippers trail by 5. Ball outside. Inside. Jordan with pass to Pierce. Ball. No one around the end. And the 3-ball is good. Ball's got 10 points.
Well, you can sense the urgency with them now. I mean, right here, they're flat in the first half. They come out here in the second half with a lot more fire, a lot more intensity. See them driven to get things done.
Clippers with a change here too. Smith is checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Vasquez kicks the nail. To the wing on the left. Now Vasquez. 6 points for him. 5 to shoot. Screen by Monroe. Here's Harris. No good with the triple. Clippers have gotten every shot the Johnsons have taken. 5 for 5 from the floor. Ball with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Screen by Smith. Griffin dishes to Smith. Gives to Ball. To tie. Rebound Milwaukee. And now here's Rail. A fast break opportunity. And the basket by Harris.
It doesn't really matter who starts the play, but how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that. It's something to behold the way that guy gets it.
Here's Griffin. Following the basket by 3. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Look at the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Jeff.
I think some urgency from the man.
And I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Parker. He's got 8. From about 19 feet. And he goes. Parker's got 2. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Crawford passes to Jordan. Looks for ball. Gives it to him. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 12 points for Chris Paul.
If you're waiting for him to miss, he's down.
There's against Paul. Here's Monroe. And the rejection by Smith. Here's Clippers gets to Vasquez. Three-pointer. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's checked in for Vasquez. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Harris. And then for the Clippers, Henry Sims is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ed Griffin. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Hansbrough's checked in. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the third.
Get the ball inside.
Carter-Williams with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Seconds left. It's Miller on the win. A shot by Middleton. Buzzer beater!
What a brilliant shot for one team and a heartbreaker for the other.
Simply fantastic. Cool as they come. Even kill and flatline that one.
And we're set to start the action here in the fourth quarter. It's only like the first three. We should be in for a treat. Milwaukee leading by 5. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got J.J. Redick. This out there, it's Tyler Hansbrough. And then there's Henry Sims. And it's Crawford at the corner. Here's Plumlee. And good. That's the Eagles in top of the ball. Plumlee's got the first cross baseman hit going in the fourth for the Bucks. Crawford outside. It is to Reddick. Screen by Middleton. Here's it against Carter-Williams. Middleton on the wing. Outside, out to Kumbo. Plumlee with the screen. 5 on the clock. Pulls it from the elbow. And there it is.
Turnaround jumper. Always looks so good. Got that smooth single motion. Sweet.
Now here's Phillips. Here's the screen. Plumlee with the rebound.
Yeah, nice job setting the screen by his teammate there. I truly appreciate it.
Middleton against Redick. Tries it for 19. And Pierce pulls it down.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen for shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Now here's Redick. Back to Crawford. The kick out to Pierce. Will not good. This is off the ground.
Their game plan needs to change for going down this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Parker. Outside it there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Clippers trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without that.
Farson right.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Here's Carter-Williams, following the score by Jamal Crawford. Middleton for 3. Will the Bucks miss again?
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Now here's Crawford. The screen by Hansbrough. It's thrown out to Kumbo. And now here comes Kumbo. The break. Carter-Williams over the and Williams into some rushing steps for Milwaukee.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. They forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And another thing, they created a lot you can go ahead and put 21 in the record books. Exactly how they wanted to kick off their series against a tremendous opponent. Big win for the Bucks.
So amazing. What happened in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys? Really push the ball, and I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they definitely had a huge edge, and that's in their DNA. Push the pace, apply pressure, offensive stance. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are exactly the kind of games they can play.
That's fun basketball to watch.
It sure is. It sure is.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just glad it was showing for Middleton. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected that energy into every play.
A shot by Antetokounmpo, nobody around, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Here's Crawford. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical that they know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
So that's a wrap for the first game of the NBA Finals. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, Miss Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this opportunity to check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the chart. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Starting out the series, this is a huge win to go up 1-0. You gave them the energy and effort they needed. Huge performance. And what a time to do it. If you keep up this effort, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And we hope you enjoyed tonight's game as much as we did, though that is doubtful. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, and we'll see you for more NBA Finals action coming up soon.
Alright guys, so we got 1-0. We got 1. This is 2. This is 3. We got into May 29th to win the whole series. Alright, so we got all the way to win the series by the 29th of May. Alright, so I'm gonna play the next game. Yeah, it's still fully charged. Alright, we're gonna play the second game, and then by the time we end the May 27th, we should be good. If they don't catch up though, but we good. We good right now. So yeah, man, let's play the second game. We got this, man. I swear, if we lose,
the 2K Sports
not gonna be
pregame
looking
show.
good, man.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the NBA Finals. I'm Ernie Johnson, proud to be with our friend Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. And we are getting primed and ready for game. And the series being hosted in Milwaukee for tonight's game as the Bucks will be going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Well, for the Clippers, an ugly showing for them to start the series as they were beaten handily. Still, it's just one game, and they look to return to form here in Game 2. And coming into Game 2 after dropping Game 1 of the Finals, Do you think that they can come back in this series, Shaq, even if they don't even it up with a win tonight?
You know, I think if they lose this game, they can still win the series. However, the odds of them winning the series with the loss tonight, it drops dramatically.
Well, this is a game, Ernie, where they need to send a message. That's it. You know, it's not a must-win, but they definitely need to get the momentum and change that. So you don't have to definitely win, but you have to send that message.
That will do it for us. Kevin Harlan standing by with the call. We will see you later on.
Let me stay focused. Stay focused.
Jordan the screen. Pierce kicks to Crawford, takes the three, and the Clippers miss again.
Well, that's a flagrant and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
Middleton to pass to Monroe. Monroe sets a screen for Harris. Middleton with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Here's Monroe. A first checker from Koa. Monroe's got the first basket of the game for the Bucks.
Start hitting a few of those mid-range shots. You can open up your whole game.
Crawford dishes the ball. Pass to Jordan. Clippers moving the ball around. And again, no good by the Clippers.
There's not been an easy quarter for them. These offensive defense.
Somebody's good.
He's one of the best there is in the league when it comes to making that lead pass.
Scored on play with about a minute and a half gone. And it's Cole penetrating. Crawford going around him. Crawford with another miss.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And it's Williams on by the assist by Middleton.
I tell you what, anytime you get those things, that basket starts to get bigger.
Clarkson, tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Greg.
And that one was out of bounds. Nice touch by Crawford. How about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter? That is this offense very effective.
Going right at him.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They just picked them apart.
Now here is Harris. Shot clock at 6. Middleton inside the 3-point line. No good.
You're not going to see that very often. In space, but he just lets basically do something.
Crawford with the ball. And out guarded by Middleton. Jamal Crawford. And that's good. Crawford's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Albinson for the ball. Gets to Harris. It's Monroe out of post. Middleton on the wing. Feet away. And Pierce pulls it down.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
school move right there. A good one, too. The fadeaway.
Lodge have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening zip. Coming at the screen, here's Harris. And nothing is going for him right now. And here's Los Angeles now. They need to put the big law aside Tuesday in the back of their mind.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a low lead.
Well, they gave the crowd much to cheer about. You do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with the road win.
The Bucks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. A different look from Milwaukee. Jabari Parker comes in for Plumlee, and it's Mayo in for Antetokounmpo. The Clippers also changing it up. Henry Sims is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Hansbrough comes in for Blake Griffin. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Now here's Mayo. Good. And Rose got his second basket on the night.
Well, you don't really answer that over. I mean, let's face it. Good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Ball is doubled. He gets it to Redick. Launches a three. Can't get it to go. The Bucks three. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, I caught up with Dr. Who for a minute. I asked him how he felt about his chances of taking game 2 on the road, and he told me, I still think we can. Our goal was to come in and take away at least one of these 2 games here, and we can still meet our goal. But this is the NBA Finals. Nothing comes easy. We'll see if they can meet their goal. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Swift there, covered off the screen. Pierce has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he came off that screen, and then he just didn't over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. When that's the case, the mark goes off.
Here's Harris. Harris missing again.
It's not winning basketball when you're taking shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this one. The free throw drops for Hansbrough. A different look from Milwaukee. Vasquez, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Harris. And that's good as he hits both of the shots. Bucks trail by 3. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first. Shot by Miller was no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Hansbrough with the ball. Now Mayo defending. Hansbrough, the pass to Sims. And Larry Monroe. And he recovers it. Hansbrough. Good. And Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Carter-Williams. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top of 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
I gotta hold down the city.
And a word from Chris Paul, who has something to say about the success of a very special and influential teammate, Blake Griffin.
Griffin, for that matter, but both of these guys have praised Griffin for how hard he's worked and how far he's come in his career.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here on this Game 2. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for him. The bench has really made a nice contribution.
All through up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup. As the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Bucks. But Dynamite here on the blue ball with Parker forward. Isaac Carter Williams is out there to pass. And it's Plumlee in the center position. And here's Los Angeles now. After basket by Milwaukee. A shot by Redick. No good. Now the Bucks moving it up. Vasquez running. Here's Carter Williams. Again, Carter Williams missing. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Paul. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's the master play. 6 on the shot clock. Fires it up. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Defense needs to play tight on him. That's exactly what they did to force that advantage. Well done.
Under with the screen. Here's Carter Williams. Milwaukee. No good that time either.
It was moving like that off the bench. You have got to knock down that.
He did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's Redick. Hit by Griffin. And the wide open shot from Redick. The big gave him all the room he needed. He knocks down the J.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
A chance to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, George Brooks. Hi, Royce.
Well, now Freak in the last matchup against the Clippers gave them an edge. He finished with 8 points and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. His great outing kept the team's hot streak going in what has been a strong stretch of games for this team. We'll see if they can continue that here, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night,
Yeah,
GA.
he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Playing hard every single second.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down. And he certainly didn't let us down that night.
Here's Paul, following the basket by Blake Griffin. Here's Crawford, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Now Bucks moving it up. All going up court, and stolen by Redick. Paul with the ball. Hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure will change. Jordan with a screen on Carter Williams. Ball's double. Jordan dishes to Crawford. Target there, that will push the lead to double digits. Bucks trail by 7. Vasquez takes to Carter Williams. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. And that's now 7 points for Michael Carter Williams. Ball passes to Jordan. And Paul, here he goes. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Over the court of Vasquez. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Down low. And stolen by Jordan. Williams against Crawford. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Clippers should be the 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls through. Substitution in for Milwaukee. Craig Monroe is checked in for Plumlee. Mayo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Was checked in for Vasquez. And Harris subbed in for Carter Williams. And then for the Clippers, Henry Sims is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Ambrose come in for Blake Griffin. And it's Pierce in for Jamal Crawford. That witnesses, so there's one
going straight to the bench.
Clippers leading by 5. And he goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Paul.
So that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And there's about 45 left now here in the second. Harris kicks to Nail. That's Devon. Nail with a screen for Harris. Shot off a bit. And there's O.J. Nail. And the assist by Harris. Nail's got his first basket.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Inside. And he was kept in the lane there to get the 3-second call. These players can flat out shoot the rock. The 2K leaderboard shows us the top 3-point shooters in the playoffs. Take a look at Redick. He's absolutely deadly from outside. Bucks trail by 3. Pass it to Vaughn. 107 left in the first half. Monroe left side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Harris. Another shot. And the layup good by Parker.
Battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it. You're guaranteed a high-quality shot. You're going to follow just like he got there.
43 seconds left here in the second. Paul kicks to Redick. There's a pick. Now the feed to Sims. And the wide open shot from Paul. And he's good on the 3-ball. Paul's got 4 this quarter.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Pass to Vaughn. Parker left side. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Clippers lead by 4. And time now to go courtside as we send you over Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Doc, as we get into this second half, what do you expect to see from this offense you're facing tonight?
Well, they're moving the ball. They're just playing to the hot end. Everybody expect that. So let's not let anyone get hot. That would be nice.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
Okay, listen. This game is going to set the tone for the rest of the finals. And we're going to set that tone in the second half. Let's talk about what we got to do. For the most part, we played an intelligent first half. Our passing has been crisp. We haven't given the ball away, and that's big because we can't afford turnovers. Those will kill us. The guys I will give credit to are the guys who came off the bench and gave us the scoring pop we needed. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. Don't forget how hard you all worked to be here in the finals. Let's get it done.
Welcome back to our presentation of the NBA Finals as we get going again. The guy who's been getting it done is Michael Carter Williams.
You know something? stage, and so far tonight, he's been the difference.
Yeah, he has been. You never know how the role players are going to respond to big game pressure. He's showing us what direction he goes in. Straight north.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Heading underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. And it's Pierce in the 3, a small forward. Antetokounmpo dishes to Harris. A three-pointer off the mark.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. You just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Here's Harris. Following the score by Jamal Crawford. Harris passes the Plumlee. Good. Plumlee's got his second basket of the night.
They need to have off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Ball kicks to Crawford. Griffin dishes to Ball. And that's the buckets. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Buck shooting there about 46% for the game. Harris kicks to Plumlee. And stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Fast break. Ball's got it. Plays it up and puts it in. And it's an 8-point lead.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work.
Bucks trail by 8. Antetokounmpo gets to Harris. And again, the Bucks miss.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky as
Move, man, move.
the defense. Not allow him to get those.
Crawford, no luck. Milwaukee's got 0-2 for being destructive in the second half. Middleton the pass to Monroe. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And that'll be Milwaukee to raise on bounds. Bucks retain possession.
Oh, man.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. He dishes it to Plumlee. Bucket 6. Here's Middleton. Lets it go to the inside. Middleton. Middleton's got his second best for the game.
Trigger. And from that range, if he sees the defense back off, forget it.
You can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor nicely up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
run their offense through Carter Williams. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. The shot by Ball, no good. Watch to the 1-6. Only with the screen. The shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. 86 by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo putting his 46 on the night. Now here's Ball. 8 points for him. Crawford's shot is good.
It's just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Eli Monroe. It's good, and the Clipper lead is 1-0 now. There's 4 points in the basket from Carter Williams.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. Give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Ball gives to Jordan. Crawford outside. Shoots from 14. Bank shot. No good. The Bucks have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the quarter. And the basket by Harris.
Real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. Crawford kicks to Griffin. They double to Griffin. Here's wide open. He fires. The Clippers keep it alive. Foul call that time. No good. They'll give him 2 chances in the free throw line here.
The game Jamal Crawford is having. He has 9 points. He's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the damn play.
I'm sure that will be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Jabari Parker comes in for Conley, and it's Mayo in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Clippers also changing it up. Henry Sims is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Smith comes in for Pierce, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Paul. Now here's Parker. It's tipped. And Griffin, here we go. And out of bounds is the Bucks in possession. And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out and taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Jabari Parker on top. Greg Monroe is second.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
Hunter Williams dishes to Harris. Griffin with the steal. Here's Redick. Not wasting any time in taking the shot and knocking it down. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Boy, they're hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end. Very impressive. They forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Here's Crawford. He made shot from Greg Monroe. There's a good screen. There's the triple. Crawford, no luck.
He can improve on what's been a shaky day for him this morning.
And the foul call on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game.
Was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Ascanis comes in. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And he gets the bounce. Harris has got 4 points now on the floor. Clippers are running just under 50% now. It's halftime. 5 from 11. Crawford against Harris. Redick with 3. And he gets to go. Redick's got 7 points.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Vasquez. Looking for his first basket so on this one. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Smith the pass to Griffin. Feeds to Crawford. They top. They lead by 5.
This is it, man.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Bucks trail by 5. Filling out the wings is Middleton at Kubo. Jabari Parker is up in the club. And it's Harrison at the point guard position. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Bucks. Now here's Andy Kubo. Leads away. Take it again. Plumlee. And he is flushed down. A nice jam. And shooting a close game like this with every possession is critical. That could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points with them off that miss.
Here's Harris. After Los Angeles picked that free with their rush. Ready against Middleton. Fires from 18. Pulls it. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Now Paul. Jordan the screen. And Reddick gets the ball. This is up to Reddick. This one for 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist in the game.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the identity of this defense. That was their 90th straight point from beyond the arc.
Michael Carter Williams checked in for the Bucks.
All right, Carter,
Bucks
come
trail
on,
by
man.
7. Middleton outside.
Make good shots, man. Parker.
Parker
About 4
outside.
minutes, man. Come on.
It's
Come
going by
on,
Angelo.
man.
And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Wants to get to Pearson down. So the whistle blows on the shot with 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nice work to get it inside and out of the contest.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws. All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shot.
It's good from Pierce. Pierce hits 2.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them.
Smart. Play smart.
From the
Come
cherry
on.
stripe, they've yet to miss here.
Play smart, man.
Now here's Middleton from about
That's all.
19 feet. And Pierce pulls it down.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. You got 4 teammates out there. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Here's Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Paul dishes the
That's all.
ball. Great assist by Paul. That one goes in.
51.
Paul's got his 9th assist in the game. Carter Williams gets to Antetokounmpo. Carter Williams is 3-9 points.
Make it. You want to take that push-up shot no more, man.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee. Open, that's
Oh,
in.
my God.
Here's Los Angeles now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. The shot will not go. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Grass spell for sure.
Bucks passing it around. Carter Williams kicks the Plumlee. The time is strong. Took it all the way.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams.
And here's Paul. Jordan the screen. Ready passes the ball. The Clippers need to get off the shot. Shot by
Good
Reddick.
defense, guys. Come on,
Bucks
good.
are by 10.
Much more effective in the second half than he was in the first. Los Angeles still remains.
There's 154 left to play in the final quarter. Ball issued to Ansbro. Screen by Ansbro. Outside Jordan, reaching from 10. And the Clippers miss again. That's a run 4-7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And it's Middleton penetrating.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it.
They're gonna waste time now, man. This one is one screen now, man. This is gonna be more games, man. For real, man. You got to be fucking kidding me, bro.
Now here's Carter Williams.
Shit. Green.
Here's Parker. It's tipped. And they'll keep possession.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
Effectively take care of game 2 here in the NBA Finals. This is switching venues for the next one. But right now, an important win for the Clippers.
Nice to give them full control now, but their next test is a front cut for the lead of this game.
No opportunity really to coast, although the score may appear that they did. I love the way they came together when everything started to look bleak.
You'll let him get it, bro. You'll let him get it, bro.
Was already. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down.
Now you want to sub me in, bro.
Good chance.
Now you want to sub me in when it's only
Greg
38
Monroe
seconds, bro.
is checked in for the Bucks. Harris comes in for Carter.
Bullshit, bro.
Griffins checked
Bullshit,
in for the
bro.
Clippers.
Bullshit.
Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. There's
Bullshit.
38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ball against Harris. Ball kicks to Pierce. And again, as the Clippers from deep.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they can put on the accelerator.
Harris, the opening shot from the lane.
Too late now. Now you won't put in the fucking game. It's too late now. They won.
15 seconds left in the fourth.
They won. Too late now. They won.
And the Clippers winning this one easily. Just a massive victory, Greg. You'll be so
Golly, bro.
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Now they're gonna have an opportunity to come back now, man. That is bull crap, bro. That's bull crap.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, J.J. Redick. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him. And down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
He stepped up in a huge way tonight. You know, we all think of him as a role player, but not tonight. It's the NBA Finals, baby. He was the star.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played him, he was still shooting him right in their face.
Now you're
And
finna
that'll do it
lose,
for tonight's
man.
NBA Finals coverage for Shaquille
Now
O'Neal
you're
and
finna
Kenny
lose,
Jet Smith.
man.
I'm Bernie Johnson.
Now
We'll
you
see
finna
you for
fucking
more
lose,
high-stakes NBA Finals action.
Now you finna fucking lose, man. You probably want to put in the fucking game when it's just in the fourth quarter, when it's just down a lot of points, man. When it's a lot of points, and they're not making nothing, they usually put me in earlier so we can have enough time on the clock. But no, who you want to put me in? Want to put me in last, bro? That's not right, bro. Want to put me at the last minute? Now they gonna have an opportunity to win, man. Bull crap, bro. Bull crap. That's bull crap, bro. Now we finna lose automatically. Now they tied it up. Now they tied it up, man. Now we can't even go past that, man. Jesus Christ, well, now we finna lose for real, man.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Now we finna lose for real, man.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA Finals. on 2K Sports. Game 3 brings us our first change of scenery, but what hasn't changed are my colleagues. At home in any arena, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Hosting the series tonight in Los Angeles, it'll be the Clippers going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, they weren't able to capitalize on their home court advantage in Game 2, and now look to get back on the winning track. We'll see how they do. Well, with the split of the first 2 games on their floor, it would seem paramount for them to take one back between Game 3 and 4. Kenny, do you see them getting that game back tonight or in Game 4?
That's tough. But if they do get one of those games, it'll likely be tonight.
Why is that?
They're playing loose. That's a big factor, and they're in front of a tough crowd. So that's a big factor tonight.
I agree with you, Kenny, but it depends on how they come out. The key right now is they need to fight for every play. I think this series is going to come down to which team plays with that sense of urgency.
And that about does it with tip-off fast approaching. We send it to Kevin Harlan.
We gotta win, man. Stop playing around, man. Stop playing around. We gotta win, bro.
First quarter, just over a minute played.
I don't mad no more, man. It is what it is, man.
Ball passes to Pierce.
It is what it is, man. They want to make the game longer, though.
Rebound by Monroe.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he gets that over.
Here's Parker. Brumley trying to break loose. Parker's shot is off. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 4-4 to get this game started. Ball to the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. And Reddick beats to Jordan. Pierce against Monroe. Jordan sucks the bit for Pierce. Shot clock at 6. Dishes up to Griffin. Here's Reddick. Shot's good. Griffin able to play. Reddick's got his first bucket in this one. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Pierce gets to Monroe. And so he draws the foul at the shot line to the line to shoot 2.
Clippers will win, man. I swear.
And so Greg Monroe knows both of them. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Ball dishes to Griffin. Jordan the screen. Griffin passes to Reddick. Off the mark there with a 3-point shot.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure you appreciate it.
That puts them in the lead. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Ball kicks to Pierce. Griffin sets the screen for Pierce. On the shot clock. Good work defensively by Miguel. Rebounds, the Clippers shoot possession. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. Frank Monroe, number 1. Second, Chris Middleton.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
Violation. And the Clippers making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Harris outside. Here's Parker. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Clippers trail by 4. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's a coach through May on the side.
Well, I had a chance to speak with head coach Doc Rivers. Coach said that as nice as it was to take home court advantage of the series, it would have been even better to keep it. He said, we know they're going to come out full throttle in this one to try to get home court advantage back. Hopefully, we won't let them. Let's watch it, guys, and see.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here's Paul. Following the basket by Chris Middleton. Parker with the steal. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. And it's good. Harris has got 6.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with the pass. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Antetokounmpo gets the bench. Here's Harris. Another bench for Milwaukee.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists, that's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which lead to transition points. Make the defense move. Let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
That he wants their offense to run through him. Coach wants to get him involved early so he can establish a strong presence at that end of the floor and provide them with a well-balanced offensive attack. So still the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Now here's Carter Williams. He kicks it to Mayo from outside the arc. He's with the rebound.
And 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one.
And here is Paul. He's had some playing time, but no score yet for him. 5 to shoot. Goes up with a strike. T2 from Crawford. First shot, first match. He is on the blocks fast.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself is an easy one for his team.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Harris. And then for Dennis DeMille. Good. And Harris makes the assist.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling.
see how long they can keep it going. Paul gives it to Webb. And Hansbrough gets the ball. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. And in passes to Hansbrough. Rebounded by the Bucks. Thursday's loss was a disappointment.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
Hey guys, you see it happen to every team. You have to be a threat from beyond the arc nowadays. If your team goes cold, it really can sabotage your game.
Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 9. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Inspiration and drew from head coach Doc Rivers. Strong case been made that Jordan being the defensive player of the year part this past season. Didn't win it. It looks like it'll keep him motivated.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I love the passion he plays with defensively. It seems like a burning fire in him. And Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. You've got to love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre.
On the backdoor coverage in the NBA Finals, more action straight ahead. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
Ball and Crawford going at the 1-2. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Pierce in at the free spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Well, they were a spin on Crawford. And he stands, this is the fun. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Well, Vasquez, man, what an example of tremendous passing skill.
Ball gets to Jordan. Crawford, no one around him. Hands it from downtown. Crawford's got his second best of the night.
A tough start scoring basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Now here's Vasquez. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Crawford outside. Pass the ball. Look for Crawford. Shot is no good. And Milwaukee gave away now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Harris outside. Three-pointer. He is hauled in by Los Angeles. He walks up the elite pass. Outside, out to Kumo. To the right side. This is it to Vasquez. Fires the three. They grab the one miss. Clippers trail by 8. Crawford passes to Griffin. Nails the wide open Griffin.
Y'all getting tired, bro. For real. Ain't no way, bro. Y'all getting tired, bro.
streak at the perfect time. I mean, obviously, he's established himself as a premier playoff performer.
Smith checked in for Los Angeles. The Bucks also with the sub. Middleton's checked in. Bucks leading by 6. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Cav Freak in the last matchup against the Clippers appeared to be struggling. He had 6 points and he was able to stitch out a few covers to teammates as well. He never seemed to find his rhythm and ended with an abysmal shooting percentage. We'll see if he can bounce back here.
Thank you, Doris. Great job. But you know, even the best players have weak games, days. I think you saw that.
And the question now becomes, can you bounce back? Will he be able to put that game behind him?
That is the question, Greg, and I'm guessing he can. I'm sure he's discouraged, but he won't dwell on it. He knows how to deal with having an off night.
It's one, and this is one. Each at the line. The first trail by 7. Quarter 2, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Good.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction.
Now here's Paul. Smith. And he gets that one to go. That's the line.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Carter tries it. That's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse for them.
Now here's Paul. And it's Smith missing. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Parker. Rebound by the Clippers.
You're not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Ball outside. Along with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Parker. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steal.
They can't guard us on the perimeter, so spread the floor nicely up top. Spacing. Spacing.
Smith. Andrews come in for Blake Griffin. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. And then for Milwaukee, Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Mayo comes in for Vasquez. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Harris. Now here's Paul. He feeds it to Hansbrough. Scoring the basket. Shot and losing his first attempt.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are really the same page.
Outside Mayo. There's the feed to Carter-Williams. Middleton issues the middle. And it's Parker in the corner. And that one's good. Parker's got 6 in this quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Carter-Williams against Paul. Outside Pierce. Tries it from 19. Shot is no good. Great team that time from Middleton. Nailed it. He's picked up on Paul. And
You have to get tougher defensively.
55 seconds left to play in the first half. Ball kicks to Redick. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Monroe's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Pass to Carter Williams. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 13. Ball outside. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Feeds to Sims. Wants to get it to Pearson Douglas. Unloads from 13. Here's with another miss.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Carter Williams. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Carter Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Bucks ahead as they end the second quarter in a 14-4 run. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the side. Doris?
So, Kevin, I've got Doc Rivers. Doc, what was happening for the team in that first half, and how do you approach the rest of this game?
I thought the misses some great shots in the first quarter. You can see it back. We've been struggling offensively, so it's natural. But we're a defensive team. And we got to beat out in the third quarter.
Doc, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
Should have been on this in the second game. But it's all good though. I'm over it now. I'm over it now. I was just pissed off. I'm over it. I'm over it now.
Action in this game 3. Freak really making a difference here.
Yeah, how about all of the assists he's had already in the first half? Got his team a lot of easy baskets.
He's got great vision, Greg, and he's not afraid to get rid of it early. That's what makes him such a great passer. He doesn't hold on to that thing. He finds the open guy right away.
On the court for the Bucks, Harris, he's in at point guard. Monroe is out there with Jabari Parker. Then it's Miles Plumlee. And it's Middleton in position. Count that one.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they really had their number.
Ball with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Griffin a screen on Monroe. Pierce attacking. Oh, good from 18.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady was their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Harris passes to Parker. Harris against Paul. Parker right side. Now the dish to Harris. Griffin grabs the board. Clippers trail by 18. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Paul dishes to Griffin. Griffin sets the screen for Pierce. Off the screen. Here's Jordan. And so it's to the line. Officials have the contact. They don't shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
This is his first free throw of the game.
DeAndre Jordan. 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The the first one falls. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Paul Pierce. And then for Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Parker, and it's Vasquez in for Chris Middleton. So we get some both. Bucks leading by 16. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Vasquez, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Vasquez has got his first 2 points.
They're doing work. Here's the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
We gotta be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
These guys have knocked down a ton of shots from downtown. Take a look at Redick. He's absolutely deadly from outside. Clippers trail by 18. Ball gets to Jordan. To the middle. Here's Griffin. And he takes that one out there. Powers it through.
Tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Harris outside. Plumlee with the screen. Harris takes to Vasquez. Pocket 6. Monroe outside. Lets it go with a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one hit tonight. Ball kicks to Redick. And a great assist by Paul. That goes in. Paul's got 5 assists in the game. Harris passes to Plumlee. Harris dishes to Vasquez. Plumlee with the screen. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Paul's shot is off.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky to take time down if you're the defense and not allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Crawford with the ball.
2-1.
5 points in the game. Big by Griffin. Monroe against Crawford. Another shot. He takes it up and threes it in. Crawford's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Carter Williams comes in for Vasquez. Bucks leading by 15. Harris outside. Mayo kicks to Monroe. Drilled from 11 feet out.
I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Now here's Paul. He dishes it to Redick. 1:32 left to play here in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Sims the pass to Redick. That's a 2 from Paul. No good off the front out. The Bucks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Monroe dishes to Harris. Antetokounmpo against Paul. Unloads from 13. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 17. They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
You're good, Ken. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
T2 from Crawford. They're off the ground. And there it goes. Crawford's got 4 this quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And a miss there on the dribble. Los Angeles has gone 1-2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Opportunity to throws through contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one.
Look at the game for Redick. He has 8 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Hansbrough's come in for Jordan. And it's Pierce in for Paul. The Bucks also changing it up. Jabari Parker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Milton subbed in for Harris. And both free throws good for Redick. Milwaukee leading by 13. Here's Carter Williams.
Get the ball inside.
Parker a screen on Redick.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Now here's Carter Williams. Nailed from 3-point land. Carter Williams has got 6 points. Now Crawford. He's got 9. Good if it goes. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's outside. And it's the end of the quarter. Double-digit deficit. Bucks ahead, up by 16. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Clippers trail by 16. We've got Crawford. Griffin is out there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Pierce in the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to really have it down easy.
Bucks leading by 16. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Carter Williams sets a screen for Parker. There's the pick. Middleton the pass to Vaughn. Easy layup after coming off the pick. Vaughn's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here from Milwaukee. And here's Crawford. And Redick kicks the break. And he takes it.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention
Camps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays. They got it right there. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop, but he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Now here's Reddick. Smith sets the pick for Reddick. Just 5 on the clock. Smith kicks to Griffin. From 12 feet out. Rebound Milwaukee. And up the court on the Bucks on the break. Shots good by Middleton.
You can make adjustments to the shot in mid-air and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're falling.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Reddick dishes to Crawford. Misses the three.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
In the corner, it's Plumlee. Carter Williams with it. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Bucks.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And that one falls for Middleton for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jason Smith, and Paul subbed in for J.J. Redick. Milwaukee also making some changes. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Vaughn, and Harris subbed in for Carter Williams. And so it's Milwaukee with it. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Here's Parker, just 4 to shoot. Harris misses. Crawford passes to Pierce. Gets to the rim for two, and the lead all over him.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Harris against Paul.
Move the ball.
Harris gets to Antetokounmpo. Good. Harris gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Crawford outside. Outside Jordan. Crawford kicks the ball. Three-pointer. Milwaukee with a rebound.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Clippers trail by 21. Crawford kicks to Pierce. Ball outside. To the inside. Brings it up and punches it in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Bucks leading by 19. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Plumlee dishes to Harris. Oh, good on the triple.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net.
Milwaukee. They've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Harris passes to Plumlee. 1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo takes to Monroe. The rebound by Bruce. Bruce has got his third rebound on the night. Crawford trying to take it.
He has 9 rebounds. He's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
I'm sure that will be the last one. A lot of times he can get high and stay high from behind.
All right, now, gentlemen, group shot. Group shot.
And the first one drops.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They got extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Both free throws go through Crawford. 1:41 left here in the fourth quarter. Harris against Paul. Gets it to Middleton. Shoots from the baseline. Here's Antetokounmpo. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Game 3 of the NBA Championship Series is all but in the books. Congrats are in order tonight on an outstanding
A beautiful pass doesn't always get on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular additions in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shot.
Guys, depth always a factor in plays like this. And what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Harris. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Paul dishes to Preston. And he gets to go.
They're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little early.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
Antetokounmpo passes to Monroe. That's good. And the Bucks lead by 14.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their side.
You know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here, for sure.
Here's Harris. Following the basket by Chris Paul. Harris kicks to Monroe. In the corner, Middleton with it. From the wing. Chris Paul grabs the miss.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the lead.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And they edge in front of the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of the series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
Well, that'll do it. Thanks for joining us for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak.
He deserves a ton of credit on how many areas of the game he impacted tonight. His defense was superb. Offensively, he was ready to shoot the basketball. However you slice it, he was lighting it up at one end of the court and shutting them down on the other.
He stepped up in a huge way tonight. You know, we all think of him as a role player, but not tonight. It's the NBA Finals, baby. He was the star.
And that'll do it for tonight's NBA Finals coverage. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you for more high-stakes NBA Finals action coming up soon.
I'm gonna just turn it off and wait till tomorrow to get play on this game. Like, start at 12:02 Tuesday. Alright guys, if y'all enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to post mostly every day, every week when I have free time. Yeah man, I'll catch you guys in the next video.